Peace. I just wanted to take a moment and address the question: is Jay-Z a five percenter or a member of the Nation of Gods and Earths? It's not a recent topic. People have talked about it somewhat in the past, and Jay-Z's used a lot of five percenter lingo in his music for years now. But because he's just been, as of recently, wearing a necklace with the universal flag emblem on it, a lot of people have been questioning his allegiance to the 5% or the Nation of Gods and Earths. Those of you who haven't seen any of the recent pictures of him out and about, here's a few of those pictures with him actually wearing the universal flag. So the answer to your question is no. Jay-Z is not a 5%er, nor is he a member of the Nation of Gods and Earths. There are certain customs, codes of conduct, etiquette, policies, and procedures that 5%ers live according to that shows their allegiance and their commitment to carrying on his cultural legacy. Now, up until this point, I've seen no evidence to support and show and prove that Jay-Z is actually one of those people who is committed to carrying on his cultural legacy. I don't even know if he has full disclosure on what the customs, the codes of conduct, or the policies and procedures are that shows his responsibility as a 5%er and that identifies him as such. Now, as a 5%er, there are certain questions that we can ask one another to actually find out what level of allegiance or commitment that we have to the culture. You could ask people who are their enlightener. You can follow up and find out if that person is for real, if they're living. You can ask what lessons that they know, because that is a part of our cultural curriculum that every 5%er knows and should know. Even if they say, yeah, I know this, that, and the third, you can test them on, okay, well, tell me what that says. So it's a very strict process of being able to identify who's who in the zoo. Not even if a person checks out and says that they do know this, they do know that, their enlightener is this person that is actually somebody that's living or this, that, and the third, that still doesn't qualify them to be a 5% or a member of the Nation of Gods and Earths. They still have to follow a certain type of standard, codes of conduct, demonstrate a certain level of etiquette that is reinforced by our lessons or the principles and the values that we claim to be adhered to and hold sacred. All of this is something that's never been vetted with a person like Jay-Z or Carmelo Anthony, or I've seen this interview with Kanye West talking about the 5%, 85%, and 10%. None of these people, to my knowledge, has been questioned about what they actually know and what they actually commit themselves to. So, for all intents and purposes, that symbol Jay-Z is wearing is just a necklace. It's no different than some of the people in your family or people that you may know that live in your neighborhood or your community who may just be wearing a necklace, who may just be wearing a head wrap, who may just be wearing a shirt. And that's the way that it should be approached. There's nothing actually culturally significant about what this person is actually doing until proven and shown otherwise. Now, some of the people I've been seeing who's been co-signing or promoting Jay-Z or some of these other celebrities doing it are just doing it for political reasons. And one of the reasons they're doing it is because they're trying to sell products or they're trying to pump a business. So because this is a celebrity and they're an entertainer and they have some level of success and they may like the same ice cream as they do, or they may be from the same city as they do, then willfully their level of success can somehow rub off on them, or they can become successful through proxy. So some people have been trying to promote and co-sign these entertainers and celebrities because if people can look at them and identify with some so-called symbol that they're trying to associate with their level of success that they're also identifying with, then maybe it'll give them a second look of purchasing their products or promoting their business. So in other words, a lot of the people who are co-signing and promoting these people are just doing it so that they could really promote themselves. Another thing that I've been seeing is people saying that, well, people like Jay-Z or these other people who are wearing the universal flag, that can provide a platform for us to start teaching more about the Nation of Gods and Earths and the 5%ers so that, they can come to, we can start reaching the youth more and all this other stuff. And that's true on one level, but at the same time, what it's saying is, why are these people your point of reference? We should be already demonstrating and living out this culture to the point of carrying on this cultural legacy so that we are the standards, not these celebrities or entertainers that have not even shown their commitment to carrying on that cultural legacy themselves. In other words, we shouldn't be utilizing or relying on them to take this long walk around the park that youth may never even take to get back to us to learn about what these symbols and signs are really about. We should be that standard. We should be that point of reference so that if any questions come about, people are going to come to us first and utilize us as the foundation in order to assess and critique what these other people are doing out here. The reason I'm even putting this video up in the first place is because I constantly get a lot of questions, comments, and concerns about what is what and who's who in the zoo. And the beauty of it is I appreciate having the opportunity to be one of those type of standards and references so that people can get a good sense and idea of what is actually of the 5% and what is not of the 5%. Not simply because I'm saying it, it's because I constantly demonstrate and document these things that consider the cultural legacy that's being carried forward from the ones who passed it on to me. So with that said, this was inspiring, it was empowering, it was educating for those of you who've been looking for some answers. And even though I'm putting this video up, don't stop there. If you want more answers, do more research, not just with me, research everything. And then you make up in your own mind and you decide for yourself what is actually true and living and what actually isn't. And in regards to that situation about Jay-Z, he's just wearing a necklace. Peace.